Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. What a beautiful day it is today in the middle of October, heading towards the end of October. It is 83 degrees out here today in Redwood City, California, where I live. And I'm out and about for another walk with purpose. Every single one of these walks has a purpose. Even beyond getting your exercise in, or getting my exercise in to stay healthy and fit, it kicks in those endorphins. That's the feel-good hormone, right? And there's always a different topic each and every day on these walks that I love to discuss with you folks and help you work through these aspects that I discuss here that I've personally experienced myself. There's nothing that I enjoy more doing each and every day than these walks. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my woman, my family, and other things as well. But this is my time to get out here and smell the fresh air and hang out with you folks, the good people out here that are already good but want to become better. You want to become the best possible version of yourself that you can be. And that's what I'm here to help people with. Mrs. Anonymous. Oh boy, I know who you are. And I think everyone's going to figure out who you are, but Mrs. Anonymous, we don't, I don't know what to say. I have seen it all. I've just seen about everything possible out here on YouTube. I'm going to wait for this person to pop on off. Okay, he's going that way. I'm going to go this way. Mrs. Anonymous, you care to share with us who you are? I know who you are, and that's okay. But I just, it'd be hard to chat with somebody that goes by Mrs. Anonymous and that you're new here. No, you'd rather not. Well, okay. Just so you know, Mrs. Anonymous, I won't say anything. I think I know who you are. But, people are going to put two and two together and figure it out. And that's okay. This shouldn't have to be about remaining anonymous. This should be more about what I'm going to be discussing here today, which is, learning how to deal with this stuff. We'll get more into the topic in just a second. It's helping aspiring YouTubers ignore people coming at you so you can succeed. Helping aspiring YouTubers ignore people coming at you so you can succeed. Hey Casey, how you doing? Great to see you here. Just another gentleman came up behind me pretty quick. It was the guy that was in the parking lot. When people come up behind me pretty quickly, it's just a weird feeling. It's all good though. It's not a big deal. Let that guy get ahead. He's going to be walking faster than I am anyway. Ghost of GLM's in the house. We all know who that is. Of course we do. How are you doing, Casey? How have you been? How are the walks going? Hopefully you're getting your walks in and you're getting closer to your goal weight. By now, if you've done everything right, you should have lost probably around 7 to 10 pounds if you've stuck to it and been consistent. If not, it's going to be a different story, and that's okay because you can resume today. You can resume whenever, right? So how's the diet going, Casey? You getting those walks in with your man? How's he doing? How are the kids doing? How's everything in your neck of the woods? I've been great, just busy. I get married next Saturday, so wrapping up the wedding planning. And yes, I've been walking every day except Saturday and Sunday. Great. So, how much weight have you lost? Let's get down to business. Oh, old man and kiddos are doing wonderful. Yeah, in your neck of the woods, you call your boyfriends and husbands like old men, old man, right? Doesn't mean that we're actually old physically. It's like a figure of speech. We don't do that out here in California. That's like a southern thing, you know, a Midwest and southern type of thing, more of a Southern Belle type of thing, right? My old man, my old lady. I don't even understand the purpose of that phrase. I could see, you know, once you get old, like past 60 or something, 65 or something, right? I get that, but anyway. Eli, people say that here. I very rarely, if ever, hear that in my neck of the woods, GLM. But I don't know. I've lived in suburbia, and you know how the people are out here, GLM. It's a little bit of a different environment. Not bad. LOL, yeah, my old man isn't old. He's only 36. Okay. Awesome. Hey, NCS Queen, how are you doing? Hey, Sandra, how's everyone doing today? There are lots of ladies in my chats lately. Where are the guys at? Guys, are you scared to come here? Are you scared to come here and chat with the ladies? You know, I think that says something when you're a man running a channel, but my lady's running the channel with me too. My lady's here too, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Hey, babe, how you doing? All my beautiful ladies here. When you're a guy running a channel and your primary audience is women because women understand you and they know you're a good dude, and when you don't have as many men, that's telling me something. It's saying that you men aren't secure enough to come in here and own up to your shit and ask for help, right? These women have no problem owning up to their shit and asking for help and being totally cool about it. I respect that. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Look at the chat. It's all women. All nice women, too. Well-mannered women. Got 16 in the box. 8 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, today, I'm going to be just sharing my thoughts about how aspiring YouTubers can become successful out here. And it's one thing that's going to hold you back, because it's the one thing that held me back from things starting to take off as they have been starting to take off for me recently here. Some dude on a bike over there was yelling at me. Hey, Scotty Unchained 2.0, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Again, thank you for your $10 super chat yesterday. That was very kind of you. Scotty, when do you plan to do a panel again or a show again? I would be open to doing a show with you, maybe like a one-on-one type of thing. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. Gammer Man, I'm a man. Well, welcome to the show, Gammer Man. How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Today, I got to tell you, I took my allergy medication, and right now I'm just feeling the allergens. It's because it hasn't been this warm in a while, so my body is not used to it. It's gotten acclimated to a little bit of a cooler type of weather, like around 70 degrees or 67 degrees, like it's been for the last week or so. But today, it's 83 degrees. Babe, how hot is it in your neck of the woods? Is it over 80? Or maybe closer to 90 where you're at? 200 for Casey. Yeah, that's an interesting screen name there, Gammer Man. So, babe, it's 93 degrees in your neck of the woods. So you're not using that heat dish today, huh? You got the doors open and all that, right? Casey says, yeah, I have no idea how I got to 200 subs, LOL. I have nothing on my channel. I think you have a couple of videos on your channel, Casey. You don't even realize that. You shot a couple of videos. You have a couple of videos there. And here's the thing, Casey. When you're a moderator on a channel that has exposure, people are going to sub to you because they just like you. I sub to people that have no content, like Sandra Palacio. I sub to her. I sub to my woman. She has no content. But who knows? One day, you might put content out, or they might put content out. And we'll be the first to be notified if you subscribe and then bang the bell and then select all notifications. Yeah. Oh, I do? Oh, do I? My son must have done that, LOL. I better go check. LMAO. 201, says Casey. Damn kid, says my lady. It's my birthday, y'all. Enjoying my day. Happy birthday to you, Holly. Let's wish Holly's Hauntings and Happenings a very happy birthday today. All right. The ladies are going crazy in the chat. Come on, guys. Don't be afraid. You can come on here and chat, too. You got a bunch of ladies here with band hammers. Yeah, Eli. Eli's nicer to the ladies than his own kind. Men, that's because a lot of you guys nowadays are pretty pathetic. Like, if you guys are decent, normal, reasonable men, we can talk. And I'll be cool with you. If you guys just become a little more easygoing, a little less insecure, a little less immature, etc., we can hang out. And you can hang out with the ladies, too. So, yeah, there's lots to talk about today. There's a lot to talk about today, and I'll try to keep up with the chat as best as possible. Everyone's wishing Holly a very happy birthday. Holly, do you have anything special planned with your kids and your family tonight? What's your hubby going to do for you on your birthday? Hopefully something nice. Maybe not during the week, but maybe during the weekend. If you have family nearby to drop off the kids, you and your hubby can go out for a romantic night on the town. baby, let me ask you a question, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Do you like it when I take you out for a romantic day or night on the town? You love that, don't you, baby? Gonna get back to working, still listening though. Cool, Scotty, cool. Thank you for being here, Scotty. I'm always afraid to use too many emojis in here because Nightbot will halt. Scotty, Nightbot does not moderate moderators. Moderators are exempt from Nightbot. Nightbot's a moderator, and moderators can't moderate other moderators, including Nightbot. So, Scotty, you don't have to worry about that. Yay, Casey, some flowers for your birthday. Right now it is 67 in my place in Texas. Cool, Lewis. I wish it was 67 here, bro, because I'm telling you, I'm feeling a little bit of heat, but I got to tell you, I mean, it is a nice day. I mean, it's a nice freaking day. I'm just not used to summer type of weather, you know, after we've had some cooler weather for a week or so. Your body has to adjust to it, has to acclimate to it. And the weather fluctuates very quickly here in the San Francisco Bay Area. So now it's like having an Indian summer. Come on, it's middle towards the end of October, and it's 83 degrees. It's 93 degrees in my ladies' area, a little further south of me. So let's get right to it, folks. This is episode number 404 of Walking with Purpose Live. And today we're going to be discussing helping aspiring YouTubers ignore people coming at you so you can succeed. Helping aspiring YouTubers I already forgot the title. I got to read it again. Helping aspiring YouTubers ignore people coming at you so you can succeed. And now my phone is dimming because it's such a warm day. I've got to start off by saying I cannot believe some of the things I've seen out here on YouTube done to people by other creators. There are some things that are currently happening I'm not going to talk about, but I think it is absolutely ridiculous and preposterous, right? You know, it really, really saddens me. It saddens me. By the way, how's my audio? It was crackling a little bit yesterday. Is the audio clear today? Can you folks let me know how the audio is? It got down to 38 last night, says Lewis. It's fine, love. Thanks, babe. No crackling, right? I think yesterday there was a lot of electrical interference out here. Parts of my replay had some interference and stuff. I made sure everything was plugged in very securely today. But after a while, headsets go bad, and I have replacements. So if this one goes bad soon, I've got like 4 other replacements in the closet. Yes, the audio is great. Thank you. So again, you know, some of the things I've seen out here on YouTube over the last 5+ years that I've been doing this full time, and even lately, it just blows my mind away. I'm flabbergasted. You know, and you know, it's grown-ass men that are doing this. Some women do it too. There are women that are doing it too. I've noticed even grown-ass, you know, women that are in my generation. The point I'm trying to make is that, you know, by the time that you hit your early to mid-30s, if you haven't learned to grow up and act accordingly online and offline, then, you know, in my opinion, you're a piece of shit. A pathetic piece of shit. And, you know, all you're basically doing, if you're behaving that way, once you reach a certain age, and I'm being very generous saying 30, 35, because by the time people, I feel, hit their mid-20s, they should be pretty mature, right? But I understand in this modern world, things are different, right? A lot of people have fun in their 20s, and then they settle down in their 30s. So I'm, you know, adjusting for the times, right? But it just really, really saddens me to see the great lengths some content creators, primarily men, some women, it just blows my mind the great lengths they will go to stay relevant, get attention, make money, etc., right? Some people will even go to the point of, you know, enlisting other people in their network behind the scenes to attack other YouTubers behind the scenes, or even publicly, but then behind the scenes take further action, right? And a lot of the people that I've seen attacked out here on YouTube are mentally challenged people, or people with Asperger's or any other form of autism, right? Or people that are disabled, right? Especially people that are mentally disabled. And I've got to say that if you're a content creator, for whatever reason, you may think it is valid for you to attack and go after a mentally disabled person. If you're okay with that, then you're a big piece of shit. That's all I have to say, right? And it further goes to show me that some people really lack so much self-belief in themselves, and they feel like they have nothing more to offer this world than to create hateful content on YouTube to entertain an audience so they make money. It's really, really, really fucking pathetic and ridiculous, right? It's sad. There are even many people that have contemplated, and I have to be careful with how I say this on YouTube, especially on a monetized channel, but you can figure it out. There are many people that have contemplated offing themselves. You know what offing themselves means, right? Ending themselves, right? Let's put it that way. Over the stupid shit that some creators do, just to try to, you know, make content that's going to, you know, keep the attention of their audience and keep getting paid, right? And I have to say this to those types of creators out there that do that. Do you feel absolutely no remorse in your head and your heart at what you're putting certain people through, knowing that they might off themselves over what you're doing? Would it make you happy if somebody offed themselves? Do you not just care what happens to other people as long as you get paid? It's really sad. It's really sad. Some people just haven't grown the hell up, yet act like 4-year-olds, says Liz Fuller. Scotty Unchained 2.0 says, of course, it would make them happy, Eli. And I'm not talking about any particular person, Scotty. It may be including the person you think I'm talking about, and he definitely is included in this, but there are so many more people than just him that are doing this to other people, right? But there is something you can do. And this is the only thing you can do. Because the laws for bullying and harassment haven't caught up to where they need to be nowadays. The only thing you really can do, BRB phone call, says Mrs. Anonymous. The only thing you can do is ignore. Ignore, ignore, ignore. And it's not easy to do. It's not easy to ignore because I used to allow people to attack me in this way out here on YouTube. And I used to go back and forth with them. I would not ignore them, and I couldn't ignore them because I didn't even realize what was going on, right? And throughout all this time, I had a lot of traction on my channels back then, and I didn't even realize why I had a lot of traction. I now realize it was drama traction, because there are many people that just love seeing the shit show, right? And I thought I was growing legitimately. And in all honesty, I wasn't, because the moment I went back to creating life coaching content, instead of trying to defend myself, over these people, that audience stopped coming. Then I started to really realize, a lot of the things that happen out here on YouTube, the game of YouTube, and started to realize why some creators will talk about drama either every now and then, or at least, or full time. They'll do it full time, like some people, because it's a constant shit show that will always have some kind of audience tuning in. Now, to the people out there that are being bullied and harassed, here's the truth of the matter. I don't care what any of these people say about me. You could sit there and say, oh, no, Eli, you're wrong about me being a bully. No. These people that used to come at me and are still coming at, other people to this day in similar ways, and even other people that, we don't know, that are doing this on YouTube to other people. Let me pull off this side and let this person walk by. They're bullies. You're all bullies. You're cyber bullies. That's the truth of the matter. And here's the thing, you're cyber bullies, but you will deny the fact that you're a cyber bully because you don't want to attach that label to your name, right? You're going to come back and say that, I'm critiquing people and I'm responding to people. And, if these people talk about me, I'll talk about them. Well, sure. But see, some creators, when they get a back and forth going with certain people, they will look for these people's weaknesses and they'll exploit them for content. That's what happens to a lot of mentally challenged and disabled people out here on YouTube. These creators, they prey on the vulnerabilities of mentally challenged and disabled people. And that's very sickening. It's very disturbing to me. That does make you a cyber bully if you do that. It's one thing to do a reaction video to a creator every now and then. It's one thing to harass a creator by making constant videos about them, right? And then these creators come out and say, well, they keep responding to me, so I keep responding to them. Well, that's what you want because you have no other content besides that if you're that type of creator, right? You antagonize them to respond in a crazy way because that's more damning for your audience, right? It's more of a shock factor to your audience, right? And here's the funny thing about a lot of these people, right? I've seen this happen many times over the past 5 years on YouTube. Like, people getting restraining orders on each other, right? You know, I was involved in a few restraining orders. I was on the good side of them. But I now realize that what did the restraining order really do? It really didn't do anything. It just made the matters worse. Because there's really no way to enforce the restraining order, especially when it comes to cyberbullying online. Especially when you're in a world of people reacting to each other. Because I'll tell you this. When I was experiencing some very serious bullying, it got to the point of where some people out here on YouTube came at me in real life. You know, there was a dude Thank you, NCS Queen. Appreciate it. There was a dude, a family man, a business owner, that put out Craigslist ads all over the Bay Area after creating a flyer with my pictures and calling me a pedophile, calling me a pedo. And listen to this, folks. That's very serious because people had seen it, right? And I called the Redwood City Police. Actually, the first thing I did, you know, was call the FBI, the local branch in San Francisco, because the FBI is who technically handles cyberbullying and harassment, right? But the FBI is not going to take your case unless there's some really big thing going on, like someone's extorting a lot of money on the internet. You know, it has to be a pretty big case. So what they do is they tell you to contact your local law enforcement, right? My local law enforcement is Redwood City Police. I called Redwood City Police. They came over to my place. I told them everything, and they're like, dude, you know, I understand what you're going through. But honestly, there's really nothing that can be done. This is like a YouTube beef. And I gotta tell you, I felt really stupid. Scotty Unchained, oh, thank you. Thank you for becoming a $2.99 channel member. I may run some members only chats soon, folks, so yeah. Thank you so much, Scotty. I appreciate that. Unnecessary, but I appreciate it. Thank you. 20 in the box, 18 thumbs up. Thank you so much, folks. So yeah, the police told me that, you know, it was a YouTube beef and to just ignore it. And I said, well, what am I going to do if people see me walking around? That's a serious thing. They can come at me. He goes, you just got to be careful. There's really nothing that can be done at this point because, you know, it's an anonymous thing. And, you know, unless something more happens, there's nothing we can do about it. The guy was honest with me. And it blew my fucking mind. You know, after the cop left, I had a big wake-up call, and I started to realize that, you know, there's only one thing I can really do. And that's just ignore these people. Either ignore them, or if they keep talking smack about me, you know, just roll with it and have a laugh at their expense, right? And that's all I'm doing right now. I'm having a laugh at their expense because I've learned how to deal with it, and I want to help you folks learn how to better deal with this stuff too, right? You know, there have been a lot of things that, you know, happened to me in real life, and, you know, were done in where technically they weren't harassing me, but they would show up at my park, they would drive by my place, right? And the thing is, as long as they don't come up to me and touch me, This is one dude on a one-wheel bike. And he was just telling me coming up on left. Well, he spoke loud enough to where I heard him. Yeah, that guy just started coming on this trail like over the last week or so. He must have just moved to the area, or must have just started, you know, using this trail. What do they call that? A unicycle? Is that a unicycle where it's just one wheel and a pedal and a seat? Oh, that's it. It is a unicycle. A unicyclist. Yeah. Thank you, Holly. That's what I thought it was, a unicycle. I don't know. I've never been into unicycles. All I wanted was an autograph, Eli. No, GLM. GLM, you were a part of them for a while, and it was just all in fun and games, right? I'm not holding that against you, GLM. And no, you didn't want my autograph, GLM. And, you know, I'm not trying to demean myself, but, I mean, who am I to deserve being asked for my autograph? I'm just a humble person. If people want my autograph, they can have it, but come on, it's not a big deal, you know? Holly says, well, most don't do unicycle, but they're popular with the carriers. With the carries? Sorry. What's that? We good, Eli. No, I understand that, GLM. I don't have a problem. I haven't had a problem with you in a long time. I never really did. I know back in those days you were involved with JB Gunner, and it was all just entertainment, right? I get it. And see, here's the thing, GLM, you never broke the law. You're just driving by. You see, all the people that came at me trying to make it appear like they were harassing me and breaking the law, but they never did. They never stepped foot on my property. They never stepped foot, you know, to get in my way while at the park. I will say that when JB Gunner did spit on my father's grave, at my father's gravesite, that is against the law. And he was trespassing based on what he did. It was more like vandalism, right? But I even let that go. I even let that go because it wasn't worth it to me. What I'm trying to share with you folks here today is that if these things start happening to you because all you're doing is coming out here trying to create content and share your message with the world, the best thing to do is to ignore it. I remember when JB Gunner spit on my father's grave and went to my local park, Red Morton Park, where I used to do my streams. There were people reaching out to me saying, we despise what he did. I'll help you sue him. I'll help you get a restraining order on him. I'll help you with this. And you know, all I did was I ignored it. You know why? Because all JB Gunner wanted was attention and a reaction, right? See, all these people, what you folks don't understand, all these people that are talking shit about you on YouTube and trying to antagonize you. All they're trying to do is get a reaction so they can grow their channel and be more popular than you. Most of them don't even make money doing it. Most of them just want to have power and popularity. But some of them are making money off of it. So that's all it is. And if you react to them in the ways they're trying to seek your reaction, you're basically feeding them what they want and need to be somewhat relevant on this platform, or at least relevant enough to keep doing what they're doing to make whatever money they're currently making for the time being, or keep up the numbers they're, getting on their channels for the time being, right? I'll tell you, the thing that gets to me the most is when mentally challenged people are involved. And, creators that are not mentally challenged, going after mentally challenged creators in any way possible just to have a story to talk about. And again, like I've been saying, a lot of these people that create this type of content are very hypocritical because they get mad at people for doing the same things to them that they do to other people, right? It's the truth of the matter, right? You got this one creator. Dude, I'm not going to even say your name, but you know who you are. I don't have a problem even saying your name. I'm just not going to. But dude, you've really got a serious issue deep within yourself, bro. And if this is all just one big act to keep getting a paycheck, then you've got a morality issue, bro. And for you to, go after mentally challenged and disabled people in the ways that you have, or at least helping other people do it to other people, dude, that says a lot about your character. That says a lot about how sad of an individual you are. See, sir, here's the thing. I don't think anybody has a problem with you doing reaction videos and even talking a little shit about people. But when you talk shit and go after mentally challenged and disabled people, dude, you're a big fucking disgrace, man. You are. You really are. Right? And dude, you can quote me saying this, you can clip this, right? Because the more you clip this stuff and the more this gets around, the more people will learn to realize what kind of a person you really are. That is a despicable thing to do. He must be one sick individual, Eli. He is. See, I don't have a problem with him coming at me. I don't have a problem with him calling me cuck, putting rainbow sex toys in my mouth on reaction videos. Sir, I don't have a problem with you coming at me and you doing your stupid shit to me, because I'm not mentally challenged or disabled. I'm fully abled, and I can understand the context of it. But when you do that to anyone and everyone, including mentally challenged and disabled people, dude, that's despicable. That is something that most decent people would not support. And sir, if you don't think that people are going to stop supporting people that do shit like that, you're out of your mind, sir. You know, people like that creator, it's just one thing after the other. All he's doing is throwing fishing poles. He's basically throwing out, casting fishing poles in the water and seeing what bites. And whoever bites will be content for the day. That's all it is, dude. Basically, dude, you throw your life up in the air and your content up in the air. You've got no plan, no structure, no vision, no nothing, sir. You don't. Just waiting for those ladies to pass on by. Lewis has fucked up what he's doing, and he knows it. Sandra says, Senator Palacio, that was the one time you had everyone on your side. What are you talking about, Sandra? The one time I had everyone on my side? Oh, when JB Gunner spit on my father's grave? I gotta tell you, it's warm today. It is really warm. There's like very little wind. So the sun is just beating right on me. If I didn't have my hat on and my shades on, my head would be burning. That's why I wear long sleeve shirts, because I don't burn. I'm smart. I may be a little warm, but I'm not going to be burned. And that's why I wear sweats and not shorts. I'm not burning. Right? I've learned the trick of the trade. Yeah, maybe a little warmer than I want to be, but I'm not going to be burned. Got to think smart, right? And I've got breathable stuff. This is very thin stuff, so it's breathable. So it's not as bad, but it's still warmer than if I were to wear short sleeve. I could roll up my sleeves, but then I'd be burning on my arms. Then you're going to be like, Eli, wear sunscreen. Well, I don't have time to put sunscreen on every single damn day. You know how many bottles I'd go through for these walks? And then I have to shower afterwards and get rid of that crap. Sandra says, yes, JB. But you want to know something, Sandra? Here's the thing. When JB Gunner spit on my father's grave, and all those people that were helping attack me through JB turned on JB and wanted to support me, to be honest with you, Sandra, I didn't want their support because I don't want fair weather support. You know, if people are going to come at you for 2 years straight because they're following the lead of some crappy creator, right? And then all of a sudden that crappy creator crosses the line, even in most of their heads, the audience that is, right? Now all of a sudden they want to be my best friend and help me get the guy and send me donations. Get the fuck out of here. No disrespect to anyone that donated to me during that time. Thank you for all that. Right, but seriously, that's my thought. It's like, where were you before that time? And is that what it took for you to want to support me? Is a guy taking it a bit too far with his, so to speak, entertainment purposes of doing what he's done to me and others with his cyberbullying and harassment? Because he used to be a cyberbully and harasser. He's gotten a lot better, and I haven't seen him really bully anyone for a while. But he was a bully too. He was. He was a bully. Right? Another thing you folks have to understand as aspiring YouTubers, you have to understand that you're a public figure and you are susceptible to scrutiny, the court of public opinion, critique, commentary. People can use clips of your content under fair use. You've got to understand that, and you've got to be okay with that. And I learned a lot about that on the fly when I first started doing this full time 5.5 years ago. A lot of things I learned on the fly, and I had to make mistakes in order to learn those things. And those mistakes, unfortunately, were with the wrong people that then started attacking me and weaponizing me and, abusing my content and extorting from me because I didn't know how to handle it back then. I had to go through all that to learn how to handle it nowadays. And now that I've learned how to handle it and I've moved forward and I'm growing with the right people, I want to help you folks better understand that too. You don't see me upset anymore. You don't see me complaining. All you're hearing are the stories of things that I went through that you're probably currently going through right now if you're a YouTube content creator. And I focus this to YouTube creators because here's the thing. The majority of people on this planet want to be YouTube famous or have a presence on YouTube. Maybe not everyone, but I will tell you this. If you ask people nowadays, what's the one thing that they want to do more than anything else that would pay their bills? They say, be a famous YouTuber, a successful YouTuber. This is why I focus a lot of time on helping people with online bullying and learning how to navigate YouTube and other social media outlets, because this is where people want to be, right? There are people that just want to create their content. And a lot of them have shut down many channels because of people that are bullies out here on YouTube, right? Because of the YouTubers that are cyberbullies and create content that's bullying and harassment, a lot of times people that don't understand how YouTube works or don't understand what I've been explaining here will just shut down their channels because they fear that they're doing something wrong, because these cyberbullies have led them to believe that they're breaking the law or doing something wrong, when in actuality it's the other way around. They're the ones breaking the law. But again, like I said, because cyberbullying or bullying and harassment laws online haven't caught up to where they should be nowadays, nothing's really done about it until it's too late. So you've got to fend for yourselves. You've got to learn how to handle this yourself. You got to learn to brush it off and let it go, not let it affect you, and just keep moving forward and doing your thing. You have no idea how many times in the past I felt like shutting things down and leaving, but I never did. And here I am with 2 monetized channels, a great girlfriend, and rebuilding with a phenomenal audience like each and every one of you. I use sunblock, says Ghost to GLM. Every day, she says. Lewis says, when it's hot outside and you don't have any AC, you can be in your birthday suit and still be hot. But in the cold weather, you can bundle up and keep warm. Right, Lewis? Sandra says, they didn't want to be your friend. Sandra furthermore says, if I had an enemy and that was done to their father, I'd be disgusted by the act. The person is 6 feet deep, has nothing to do with a beef between 2 or more other people, doesn't mean I want to be friends. You want my honest opinion? I don't think JB Gunner wanted to do that. I think he was forced by his Texas sponsor to do it. He was paid a good amount of money to drive out here. Now, because Gunner doesn't have a driver's license, he had somebody else drive. But his gas was paid, their lodging was paid, their food was paid, and it was paid for by the Texas guy. Now, I do hold JB Gunner accountable for it, even though I'm not going to do anything about it. I've moved on from it. It is JB's fault because he agreed to do what the sponsor paid him to do. But you think that guy would have spent, what did it probably cost him to drive across here with lodging and gas and food? Even back then when gas was cheaper, it probably cost him at least $2 to $3 grand for that trip, maybe more. I think he was forced to do it by the sponsor. But then again, all JB had to say was, hey, dude, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm sorry. If you want to pull my sponsorship for that, that's fine, dude. But honestly, I didn't sign up for this. Right? And then I also want to talk about something else here because, you know, Coach Corey Wayne's talked about this a lot lately. He's talked about character flaws, right? You see, these people that allow someone else that has money and paying them money to control them, that's a character flaw, right? In my opinion, that's a character flaw, right? You know, forget about, you know, them not having morality, right? And being ethical, right? But it's a big character flaw. That's all it is because, you see, I'm the kind of person that would never fathom doing that to anyone. There's no amount of money anyone could pay me to drive clear across the country and spit on someone's deceased father or mother or loved one, right? I mean, you could offer me $100,000, you could offer me $1 million, $10 million, you could offer me $1 billion to do that, and I wouldn't take the money. But these guys will do it for a couple grand a month. That's a fucking character flaw if I've ever seen one. And see, I can speak on this to this day because I've been through this. And you see, this is the funny thing. These people that are getting paid by this guy, they know that what they're doing is fucked up. And they know that they're going to get scrutiny for it, right? And that's part of the reason why the sponsor pays them because he knows he's asking these people to do things that's going to give them scrutiny. That is, the people that are getting paid. And it's going to create lots of just, you know, vile and crazy content, right? See, the way that this sponsor was doing things back in the days years ago until people figured this out, like, he was having these guys do so many crazy things to me that it was making me almost come off insane. Like, I was losing it because I'm like, I don't even know what's going on, right? They tried to paint me as some crazy lunatic guy when the truth of the matter is, once I figured out with some help from a friend back then that there was a targeted hate attack on me, then I started to calm down and realize, okay, so how do I actually handle this? If I can't handle it the legal way and all that, I'll just ignore it and chalk it up to a good laugh and move forward, right? And that's all I've been doing for the past several years. And that's all I'm trying to help other people understand out here that have dealt with these particular creators or any other creators from any other community that do similar things. It's up to you who you respond to. It's up to you who you participate and associate with, right? No one wants to be talked bad about. But if you're going to be a public figure, especially on the internet, you got to get used to people talking badly about you for whatever reason, and you just got to let it go. And you got to get a good laugh at it, right? And one of the best ways you can get a good laugh at it is to just get a good laugh at yourself. Like, I laugh at myself all the time, and I have no shame about it, right? If you can't get a good laugh at yourself, you're not going to survive on YouTube. Or you're not going to survive as a public figure anywhere on the internet or anywhere in general, even in the real world. You got to learn how to deal with scrutiny and just let this shit brush off and say, hey, these are just pathetic, miserable people that have nothing better to do. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's the guy on the unicycle. I guess that's good exercise. If you're doing a unicycle, you're going to get more exercise than riding a regular bike with 2 tires. You have to work a lot harder to keep your balance, and you're more so working your legs, and you've got to continuously pedal. So I will say the exercise benefit is far greater on a unicycle than a bike, because bikes you can just pick up speed and just, let it roll for a quarter mile or so, right? You're still getting a better benefit walking, but unicycle, if you're going to be on a bike, is the next best thing. Got 14 people here, 20 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. My lady and I might do a show tonight here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. I ended up not doing one last night. I was just relaxing. I was a little bit tired. I've had a lot of other things to deal with behind the scenes, not YouTube related, family related, and my lady and I are focusing on our future, and we're tying up some loose ends, and when you are doing that plus a walk, and then you want to do a second piece of content in the same day, sometimes you just run out of gas. So I've been trying to not overly extend myself lately. Been trying to do as much as I can, and the moment I feel, hey, okay, it's time to take a break or rest, I do that. Some sock account came in pretending to be the sponsor, saying, take my name out of your mouth. Well, sir, here's the thing. The moment that you have your people, stop attacking and harassing people, then people will take, your name out of their mouth. I don't mention your name anymore, sir. Maybe I mentioned your first name, but that doesn't mention your last name. That's not a privacy thing, sir. It's not a privacy thing, sir. And sir, who the hell do you think you are? Even if that was you, who the hell do you think you are paying people to create this type of content? Right? And sir, why would it if that was even actually you, sir, which I don't think it was, but who knows? If that was actually you, sir, why would it trigger you? Why would it trigger you? It is what it is. Taking my name out of your mouth. Well, sir, you're a grown-ass man, the same age as I am. And you expect me to handle the bullying from people you sponsor. But now you feel you're being bullied, right? Which you're not being bullied, sir. But you can't even handle you can't even handle criticism on the truth, right? And here's the thing, sir. I've tried to reach out to you many times through email, Facebook, etc. You've ignored me, sir. You know why? Because you know what you're doing is wrong. At least morally wrong, sir. Right? So don't come out here, whether that was you or not. Who knows? It might have been you. Don't come out here, sir, and try to act like you're all high and mighty, sir, when you're sponsoring people to attack disabled people and mentally challenged people on the internet, sir. Right? Sir, I'm not here to get anyone in trouble, sir. You know, I don't copyright strike anyone. I don't community guideline strike anyone anymore. I don't get restraining orders on people anymore. I don't threaten to sue people anymore. I'm not saying that, sir. All I'm saying is that you put yourself in this position, sir, you're going to be open to scrutiny. And whether you try to conceal the fact that, you know, you're not sponsoring these people on the front lines, we all know you're still paying them, sir, because they would not be able to do what they're doing without your payment. When you say I'm triggered, Ghost of GLM, what do you mean? You see, Mr. Sponsor, if you're not happy with what I'm saying, I'm not even mentioning your full name or your full business. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Sponsor, I even took down the website about what you were doing. It's no longer up. I took it down. It's been down. It will never come up again. I'm really done with all this, sir. But here's the thing, sir. If you have a problem with me even slightly referring to it in a way that doesn't make it identifiable, then why don't you reach out to me, sir? Let's have a phone conversation. Let's talk about it, right? You can record it, and I'll record it too, because I know you'll record it. But see, sir, here's the thing. You won't even have a conversation with me, sir. See, sir, if you're a viable business and doing this for tax write-offs, sir, you can actually, that's fine, no problem. Why wouldn't you reach out to me and have a civil conversation with me offline? Because, sir, you don't care. This is all entertainment for you, and it's a write-off, so you pay less taxes from your inheritance, sir. I can understand the tax write-off, sir. What I don't understand, sir, is why you wouldn't take the money that you're sponsoring people out here with and actually donate it to a good cause, and you'd still have the same write-offs. I don't get it. That to me, I don't know, maybe you're bored, sir. That's all. But if that was the real sponsor, wow, I triggered him. Well, sir, you've been paying people to trigger me for years. You don't want me reminding people that you paid JB Gunner to go clear across the country to spit on my father's grave? You want me to forget about that, sir? I'm not taking any action against it. See, the only person that could take action, sir, would be me. And I'm not going to, sir. So don't worry about any legalities of it. But here's the thing, sir. I think it's hit your head that was morally wrong what was done. I don't think you expected the backlash from it. And I don't think even JB Gunner expected the backlash from it. But you guys all got it, and you very well deserved it. It's all good, dude. I've had no problem with you continuing to pay these people. Keep paying them. It's okay, bro. They just made the list. What list? Not Babe. What list, Holly, I mean. That wasn't my woman. That was Holly. Who just made the list, Holly? It's a wrestling term, never mind. Okay. Welcome, J-Rom. I see you, man. I think I may have noticed you earlier. I may not have said something. Sorry. I'm in the sun today. My phone is dimmed. It's warm. And I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. My one concern is this. I don't have a problem how people do business, what they get paid to do. My problem is when people are attacking innocent, mentally challenged, and disabled people and using them for content, right? And then going at them behind the scenes and basically, pushing these mentally challenged people to the point of where they've even contemplated offing themselves. You see, Mr. Sponsor, do you condone people pushing mentally challenged people to the point of where they want to off themselves? Here's the thing, dude, you're listening to me right now, and whether you hate me or not, you have some morality within you, sir, to realize what's happening, sir. And I'm not here to question how you spend your money anymore. But from a moral standpoint, sir, it's immoral, sir. It's despicable. You think that your dead parents would have wanted you to spend the inheritance they gave you in that way? When I get my inheritance, which I will get it, and that's what everyone scrutinizes me on. And I'm going to get a lot more than you. And I'm not even trying to show off, but I will because you want to make this a game. That's fine. I don't have the inheritance yet, but I will get it. And sir, I'll be worth a lot more than you, but I would never, ever foolishly spend my money the way you do. You ever think about what your parents would have wanted you to do with that inheritance? Is that the way they raised you to be, sir? You see, these people out here, they talk smack about my inheritance and all that, and they talk all this smack about me, right? But sir, what's the difference with you? The difference is you're giving them money so they're keeping their pie holes shut, right? Think about that. And I actually make my own money, and I have. I'm not saying you haven't, sir. But you do have an inheritance, right? And they don't give you shit about it because you're paying them, right? But they talk shit about an inheritance they think I have that I don't even have yet. I don't. It will go to me at some point. That's the way it goes, right? You see, folks, this stuff doesn't bother me anymore. You shouldn't let it bother you. I shared this story here today again because I know a lot of people that I care about that just want to have their space on YouTube or social media and share their thoughts and opinions and share their purposes and their passion. They're being bullied by other creators as a form of those creators' content, right? And those creators have no morality to the point of where they don't care how you react or how it affects you mentally, emotionally, and they don't even care if you off yourselves. They don't. See, what I like to ask this guy, the main guy being sponsored, what I want to ask you, sir, listen, I don't care what you call me, but what I'm going to ask you, sir, is that do you condone people offing themselves because of something you've done? Sir, if somebody offed themselves because of you, and I'm talking about the millennial dude, I'm talking about the Legion guy. Sir, if you were responsible in some way, shape, or form for somebody offing themselves because of your bullying and harassment, how would that make you feel, sir? Would you be okay with that? GLMs don't engage in haters, right? I'd like to know that, sir. I'd like a response to that. You want a reaction video? Here, you got one. Sir, you make a video, if you're not doing it live, and you answer. How would you feel if somebody offed themselves based on something that you said or did or kept pushing upon them? You kept attacking them because they're mentally challenged and they don't have the same control that you have over your emotions, and these people are very prone to sinking to that level of depression because of things that you and others like you do. If someone offed themselves based on something you said, would you not feel responsible? Would you be okay with that as long as it created your next piece of content? I'd like an answer to that. I'd like you to go public on that, sir, and talk about that. And I'll tell you right now, I'm dealing with people behind the scenes that want to off themselves. Part of it has to do with what you've done. Others have to do with what others have done, not involving you, but you're part of it. Let's see how you respond to it. Are you going to be all smug? Or are you going to handle it maturely? Because it's a serious thing, dude. For once, it's a serious thing. It's all fun and games, James, until somebody takes their life over something you say or do on the internet, bro. And I want to see if you're going to accept responsibility. You won't. Eli, that millennial guy would be happy. About a month ago, he went onto the panel of another creator who wanted to off herself, and he encouraged her to do it. It was disgusting. Yeah, I heard about that. It's not a game, James. Not a game, James. But you know what? Here's the thing. NCS Queen. The reason why he encouraged that on someone else is because he's probably had thoughts of doing that to himself. Now, I don't condone that. And I would hope no one would ever have the thoughts of doing that to themselves. But James, have you ever thought about that yourself? Is this a direct reflection of how you see yourself, dude? If that is the real sponsor, sir, you go ahead and do that. You go ahead and commission anything you want, sir. And let me tell you, in the end, God will ultimately pay you what you deserve, sir. You do that, sir. You commissioned Greatest Hits Part 2 of Eli, right? Nobody cares about it anymore, dude. You see, here's the truth of the matter. The sponsor is the one that's obsessed with me, sir. You are jealous of me, sir. Because, number one, I am way more attractive than you are at the same age. Number two, sir, not that I care about the money, I will be worth a lot more than you down the road. Number three, sir, I have an actual purpose of helping people. And sir, you've come out here on this platform one time, you did an interview with the main guy you're paying, and that interview is not even publicly available anymore, sir, but I've got that interview. I've got it downloaded. Don't worry, I'm never going to resurface it. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. If you want to go ahead and commission Coach Eli's Greatest Hits 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, have James make it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see how much time, money, effort you're all going to put into this. And every one of my audience members will be looking forward to getting a good laugh at the expense of your pocketbook, sir. No, that might have actually been the real sponsor, because he has trolled me before, and when I went back to verify it, it was actually his main channel. He actually made a comment on one of my videos a while back, like 3-4 months ago on Coach Eli 2, and it was actually his channel. I have his actual channel links. So if I had to more so guess, that is the sponsor. That is not Paul. And if it's Paul, so be it. Who cares? Who cares? It is not him, bro. It is those people rallying you up for Dude, they're not rallying me up for anything, bro. Trust me, if it's anyone, it's either James or it's the actual guy. And J-Rom, I don't care how much content James makes on me. I want him to take all the time in the world to edit Coach Eli's Greatest Hits 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, I want him to do it. Go ahead. I would love to see them put in the resources, time, and effort to do that and step away from the other dumb shit that they're doing that's actually going to make them more money than coming at me. So, Coach J-Rom, I respect what you're saying, but trust me, bro. I'm handling this the right way. It's a good laugh. No big deal. Yeah, that channel was made today because I have his main channel blocked here, Scotty. I have the main channel blocked here, Scotty. I understand that channel was created today, but the sponsor's main account, I understand messing with people is their purpose for content. And what I'm saying, Coach J-Rom, I don't care. I actually want James to spend all his time making content on me for the rest of his life. Because let me tell you what, if he spends all his time making content on me, if that's what the sponsor is going to pay him to do, then at least he'll have less time to go after innocent, mentally challenged and disabled people. And quite frankly, Coach J-Rom, how many more times can you replay the same shit that's years old? You know, nobody cares about it anymore. So I don't care. I don't care how many times they re-upload it or put it out there. I don't care. Go for it. Nobody cares. I understand what you're saying, bro, but nobody cares. He should be using his time to take a shower and change his clothes for the week. Well, I mean, look, I don't want to go to that point there. I'm not here to attack people at that level. It's not even attacking, it's a response. He can waste his life away. What more can he do? No, I know. My main thing is, you know, protecting people that are considering doing self-harm because of things that not only he said to them, but other people have said to them. It's not just him. He's just one person that's doing this. There are many people doing this, and I'm putting this out there at a broad-based level. All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. Martyrs die on their cross. Your purpose is much greater than that of a martyr. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, the sock account was probably from the real sponsor because his main account was blocked here by me. When he tried to send me a similar message, and I was able to verify that real channel several months ago when he tried to respond to a pre-recorded video that was held, his message was held for review. I don't care. I don't even care if it was a sock, but I don't think it was. And I don't care. It doesn't matter. Let's get on out of here, folks. Have a good one. We may see you later tonight. My lady says, that's why They don't bug me. They are nothing in my life. My lady and I might see you later tonight. Maybe not. Keep it locked here, and you'll find out when the next piece of content happens. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.